started, guys, so if everybody would just have a seat, please. We're running a little, starting a little bit late. We only have till 2 o'clock. We're very lucky today to have with us 3 people from the group CEO. It stands for Creative Entrepreneur with Opportunities. I want to introduce 3 people: India Rose, Ryan Searle, and Sterling Bishop. So Indy is going to talk about what Lobster Tank is. So Lobster Tank is our version of Shark Tank. How many people in here have seen Shark Tank? So you know what it's all about, right? There's going to be a panel of 5 judges. It's going to be a process where you have to submit your idea. There's going to be a rocket pitch. It's going to happen in April, and the finalists are going to go on to May. These guys have arranged for some nice cash prizes. Grand prize winner gets a one-on-one consult with Johnny Cupcakes. He's a pretty in-demand guy. And there's even some swag and some mysterious prizes for people at the end of today's assembly. So real quick right now, phones, right? Just turn yourself off the grid for half an hour, please. And you've got a great opportunity here with CEO, so here we go, CEO.
Hi guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time right now. You good? All right, awesome. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about CEO. CEO Martha's Vineyard Inc. is a nonprofit on the island supporting women in business, small businesses, and youth entrepreneurs. This particular program, Lobster Tank, is geared for you guys grades 9 through 12. It is our rendition of Shark Tank, which it seemed by the show of hands, just about everybody in this room knows what Shark Tank is. We are doing a similar format where we're going to have 5 judges on event day where you will pitch to the island community. We'll be filling up the pack on Sunday, May 22nd. With our own rendition. We will have 6 finalists that will come up here and present their unique and creative business idea on that day. So I'm just going to go over the application a little bit with you. Our application is live as of today. That means you can start working on it. We have the PDF up on our website, which is iamaceo.org. We have applications right in the back by the doors, as well as our little postcard that has our web address on there. I am chair of the CEO board. We have 7 on our board, but we also have a lot of committee members and mentors. All of us will be available to you should you need any help or just want to sort of sit down and brainstorm your business idea during the next 3 weeks. The deadline to submit your application is on March 28th. So you have 3 weeks to really work out your idea. On Saturday, April 2nd, we are going to have a preliminary pitch. That means every single one of you that have applied to participate, we are going to have sort of a mini pitch. You're going to pitch to our youth committee, and we are going to narrow it down to our 6 finalists that will pitch on May 22nd. So our application, our preliminary application is a lot easier process than the actual 6 finalists and what will be included for that. We have your simple demographics, what your business and product name is going to be, details of your business, also including a mission statement, some hurdles that you think you might face in your business, as well as some successes. The thing that I really sort of want to point out is if you are chosen as one of the final 6 contestants, you will be required to take a CEO public speaking and pitch workshop, which CEO will facilitate for you, and we will let you know exactly what that date will be. You will also complete a CEO business plan, which will be a smaller version of what a real business plan would be, as well as your pitching your idea with a full presentation at 2 o'clock on Sunday, May 22nd. Second here in the pack, which will be open in front of all your friends, family, your peers, to the island community. Our prizes, which is the best part, of course. First prize is $500 plus the Golden Ticket Award. That Golden Ticket, as Josh mentioned, is the one-on-one consult with Johnny Cupcakes, which is a huge opportunity because Johnny Cupcakes will sit with you and help you with your business idea, as well as a Johnny Cupcakes gift card. Second place is $300, as well as gift cards from our participating sponsors. And third place is $200, as well as gift cards from our participating sponsors. All 6 contestants, those are our top 3 prizes, but all 6 contestants will receive gift cards for participating. We also do require parental and guardian consent, so we will need a signature for participation, as well as a media releasing that we can use your photos, images, and video for our website and promotion and everything for the event. That kind of wraps up that particular process. We have everything on our website as well. And right now I'm going to introduce you to Ryan Searle. Ryan Searle is one of our board members, but she is also the chair of our youth committee, and she's going to say a few words. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Ryan Searle. By day I'm a defense attorney in Edgartown. And in my free time, I work with kids like you, students like you, younger kids in the K through 8 grades. I do a lot of work in the public school system, whether it's being a panelist. I run mock trial sessions in the Edgartown schools for the 7th graders. Last spring, India contacted me to see if I was interested in helping build up this new nonprofit, which became CEO. I said absolutely. I grew up here. I graduated from the regional school in 1998, and when I was here, there was nothing for us to do. So I feel like I'm obligated to give back to you guys and everybody else coming up behind you to try and give you as many opportunities as possible to see things from different perspectives, do different sorts of activities, to prepare you for your adventures, whatever they may be, leave the island, if you leave the island, or maybe you come back and help make it better. So I just wanted to put a face to my name, and I hope you guys consider this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think the cash prizes are a pretty decent incentive. So thanks.
All right, guys. For those who do not know who I am, Sterling Bishop, another member on the board for CEO, also working at the Dukes County Jail, so Ryan is going to protect you from actually seeing me, hopefully not. So we have a brief video presentation for you guys. I'm going to request that you guys kind of just focus and pay attention, because there will be questions pertaining to what you see up here, and there will be prizes for those questions. All right? Thank you, guys.
But I'm gonna get my 3 episodes in, and I'm gonna have fun with it. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I went from talking about basketball to everybody who ever walked up to me to now I'm dying to talk about basketball with anybody, because everybody wants to talk Shark Tank. I meet Oprah, Shark Tank. I mean, you name, the Jonas Brothers come up to me, Shark Tank, right? Ellen DeGeneres, Shark Tank walks up to me. It's crazy. People that I don't know that are coming up and go, oh, I love the show, and trying to pitch me ideas. So I think people look at the show and say, oh my goodness, if that person can do it, I definitely can do it. But I think it just gives everybody confidence that there is no one model. These weren't the richest people, not with the best connections, not necessarily even the smartest people, but there were people who put their heart and soul and all their effort into these businesses. And I think people recognize that of all the things that can happen to you as an entrepreneur, the one thing you can control is effort. And they see the effort, they see the connection, they see the determination from the entrepreneurs that come on the show, and they relate to that. There's no one set of traits that make a great entrepreneur, because I think everybody has it in them to be great at something. A lot of people talk about passion and determination, when to me it's more about effort. What are you good at, what are you not good at, and then putting in the effort to figure out how to make it all work together to create a company. And so once you have that figured out, then you just have to go for it. And if you're willing to put in the time, you can make it work. And I say this all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. You only have to be right one time. Then everybody can call you an overnight success and tell you how lucky you are, and you can win the shot at 5 times. Personally, I think every time is the perfect time to start a business. There's no bad times. If you do the work, if you do the preparation, you'll know when it's time. And it doesn't mean that it won't be a little bit scary, but you'll know. And you don't have to quit the daytime job if you don't feel all that comfortable, and you can give it a run at night. But whatever works for you now with the internet, you've got all the choices in the world, and you can just go out there and do your own thing and you know, set up a business part-time. One of the things that companies do, or startups do, they come up with an idea, they'll Google it, and if they don't see it in the first 2 pages, they think it's original. You've got to go back, right? Because over the past 15 years, there's so many different businesses that have tried and failed. You have to go back and find those and learn from those. So you've got to understand all the implications, and you have to learn from history. And so the best advice I can give you on a video before talking to you or emailing with you is that you've got to find out the history of people who have tried your idea. Because there's a 99.99999% chance that your idea has been tried before. That's not a good reason not to start it, because you might be able to outperform them, but you better learn from the history of your idea. Because you know what they say about people who don't learn from history. But one of the big things that all startups do is they lie to themselves. Over and over and over. Mine's faster. Mine's cheaper. Mine's better. Mine's this. Mine's that. No, it's not. And the reason it's not is because whoever it is you're competing with, it's not like they're ignoring you. It's not like, oh my goodness. This guy just started on Shopify in the startup competition. He's doing $1 million this year. Woe is me, I might as well close up the door. What are they doing? I'm going to copy what they're doing. And now you've got to stay ahead. And so, you know, you've got to be very careful as an entrepreneur to be brutally honest with yourself. And those are some of the things that you'll hear from me as a mentor. That, you know what you know what you don't know, but you've got to know your business better than anybody. One of the things I always tell people to do is, you know, how would you kick your own ass? You know, if you all of a sudden left your company and went to work for a competitor, what would you do? What are the frailties of your business that you would take advantage of? Because every company has them. You know, what are the things that keep you up at night worrying that, oh, people realize this? You know, they might realize this part of my business has no clothes. You know, so you've got to always ask yourself, how would I kick my own ass? Because then you know that that's something that's on the immediate list that can be fixed immediately to keep pushing you forward.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I'm 11. And this is Barkley, my best friend who inspired me to start my company, Ryan's Barkery. Ryan's Barkery bakes and sells fresh, all-natural dog treats. So fresh, they should be slapped. Hi, we're the Inventineers. We're 6 inventors ages 12 to 18 from Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Hi, my name is Isabella. I'm 15 years old, and I'm the co-founder of Island Lips.
Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm 11 years old, and I'm the co-founder of Island Lips.
I'm Derek Paquette, and I'm a Hoosiers, baby. Hoosier.
Forbes wrote an article about us for like most successful college startups.
How old are you guys?
We're both 21.
I could describe the product to you, but I think it's probably better to just show you.
Oh my Lord.
Up until this point, I've been growing simple sugars while simultaneously being a high school student. Now that I've graduated, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to blow the lid off this thing. But I need a little help. That's where you guys come in. I put my whole savings into this company.
You guys remind me of me when I was 21. You're trying to win every battle. That's what being competitive is all about.
We need your partnership in order to grow because I can't do this alone and keep up with my homework.
You have to understand, right now, what we're talking to you guys about, we're actually talking to you like you're 40 years old and you understand licensing and everything else. And we're not even thinking that how brilliant these kids are.
And the minute you guys leave, we'll explain everything we were talking about the barbell.
Right.
I'm so impressed by you. I think you are amazing.
Thank you.
Right, you know why most people never start their own businesses like? Because they're afraid. They don't have the courage. At 11, you've done it. That's fantastic.
15 signs you're an entrepreneur. Passionate, dedicated, optimistic. These words can apply to entrepreneurs. But insecure and troublemaker are also accurate, according to many who know a success when they see one. You might be an entrepreneur if the following traits describe you. 1. You take action. Barbara Corcoran, founder of the Corcoran Group and co-star of TV's Shark Tank, says people who have a concept but not a detailed strategy are more likely to have that special entrepreneurial ability. Corcoran's recommendation? Invent as you go, rather than spending time writing a plan at your desk. 2. You're insecure. Many entrepreneurs are really insecure underneath, Corcoran said. Those who are nervous about failing can become hyper-focused on success. If you feel insecure, use that emotion to drive you to achieve your business goals. 3. You're crafty. One of my favorite TV shows growing up was MacGyver, says Tony Hsieh, CEO of Zappos, because he never had exactly the resources he needed, but would somehow figure out how to make everything work out. Hsieh says he admires MacGyver's creativity, optimism, and street smarts. It's not about having enough resources, but being resourceful with what you do have. 4. You're obsessed with cash flow. All I ever thought about was cash flow and liquidity, says Joe Gustafson, founder of Brainshark. You need cash to fight the battle one more day, even if you have the best company in the world. 5. You get into hot water. Stefan Bork, founder and CEO of Incognito Software, says true entrepreneurs are more likely to ask for forgiveness than permission. Entrepreneurs are never satisfied with the status quo, he says. Bork says, I wish my employees would get into more trouble because it shows they're on the lookout for opportunities to improve. 6. You're fearless. Where most avoid risk, entrepreneurs see potential, says Chef Robert Irvine, host of Food Network's Restaurant Impossible. In some ways, he says, entrepreneurs are the ultimate optimists because they operate under the belief that their investments of time and money will eventually pay off. 7. You can't sit still. Entrepreneurs have unbridled energy that fuels them long past the time when their employees have gone home. They're eager, excited, and energized about business in a way that makes them stand out. 8. You're malleable. If you have only one acceptable outcome in mind, your chances of making it are slim, cautions Rosemary Camposano, president and CEO of Halo Blow-Dry Bars. Smart entrepreneurs consistently evolve, tweaking their business concepts in response to market feedback. 9. You enjoy navel-gazing. Entrepreneurs need to be comfortable with the process of evaluating their own performance, says Laura Novak-Meyer, owner of Little Nest Portraits. Little Nest surveys every client to ask for opportunities for improvement, and Meyer has worked closely with a business coach to identify personal areas where she needs to improve. 10. You're motivated by challenges. When confronted by problems, entrepreneurs rise to the occasion. Challenges motivate them to work harder, says Jeff Platt, CEO of the Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park franchise. Candace Nelson, founder of Sprinkles Cupcakes, agrees. Despite naysayers who questioned her idea for a bakery in the midst of the carb-fury early 2000s, she persevered and now has locations in 8 states. 11. You consider yourself an outsider. Entrepreneurs aren't always accepted, says Vincent Petrick, founder of JP Licks, a chain of ice cream shops. They are often rejected for being different in some way, and that just makes them work harder, he says. Rather than copying what most ice cream shops were doing, Petrick forged his own path. His early competitors, all but one, are no longer in business. 12. You recover quickly. It's a popular notion that successful entrepreneurs fail fast and fail often. If you fail, resist the urge to mope or feel sorry for yourself. Don't wallow, move on to the next big thing immediately. 13. You fulfill needs. Many people recognize marketplace holes, but the true entrepreneur takes them from cocktail napkin to reality, says Jennifer Dawn, partner in Savor the Success, a business network for women.
All right, guys, we're going to cut it short just for the sake of time, but I'm so sorry. You sounded so sad about that one. So, for you guys that were paying attention, CEO is a relatively new nonprofit organization here on the island. And you got a little backstory of what we do. Prior to this video starting, there was a screen up there that kind of showed some images from one event that we did this past summer. By a show of hands, who can tell me what event that was? I guess you don't need a microphone for that one. Huh? Lemonade stands. We did the lemonade workshop.
Stand, yes.
Okay, young
The
lady,
winner.
please approach the stage. Give her a round of applause. Let's go, Megan. You're not gonna get a crown or anything like that, but something really cool. So Megan just earned herself $20 at Mocha Mott's. She gives her paying attention. Great job.
One more.
We got one last question.
More opportunity.
One last question. All right. So you guys saw a couple of images and videos from Shark Tank, and by show of hands, you guys basically stated you knew what Shark Tank was. Now, everyone saw Mark Cuban in the very beginning. Who can tell me the name of another judge on Shark Tank? Okay, Sam Wallace. Don't. Well, you got, I don't know, you kind of got help from the crowd over there. But come on up, Sam.
Barbara Ford,
Nice job.
Nice job.
So, Mr. Wallace, round of applause. You just earned yourself $20 at Wolfden. Just so you guys know, Sam's treating for pizza. So I'm going to give you guys back to the chair, Mr. Euros.
I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, but I just wanted to just sort of put the dates out there again for the application process, and also reiterate the fact that we, CEO, and our mentors and our committees are here for you if you need any help along the way through the application process. It is live as of today, so everybody can start thinking of their ideas, submitting them, and contacting any of us to sort of help you along the way. March 28th is the deadline to submit them, so make sure you mark that on your calendar. You can submit via email, through the mail, or Josh Burgoyne will go ahead and collect them as well. So those are the different methods that you can submit them. There are some in the back. We have a PDF on our website as well, but be sure to go ahead and grab some info in the back. Otherwise, we are all set for today, you guys.